Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Bakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And I say, shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson on this Sunday night, February the 20th, 2022. And the highlight of this news article is from the SyrianObserver.com. And this was updated on Monday, February 21st, 2022. And this is the highlight of this news article, and it reads, U.S. and YPG carry out military exercise in East Syria. And it says the U.S. is extensively training the YPG in Deir ez-Zor weeks after an ISIS operation, according to the Daily Shabbat. It says the United States and the PKK terrorist organization Syria wing, the YPG, conduct a military exercise in the war-torn country, eastern Deir ez-Zor province, according to the local sources. U.S. troops launched the army training with the YPG terrorists in the morning and around the industrial zone located in the Al-Bu-Kasab desert, northwest of Deir ez-Zor, according to the sources. And then who spoke on conditions and nominally over security concerns, combat aircraft and helicopters, as well as the several tanks and armor vehicles enjoying the exercise. It says the YPG terrorists will get training on using mortars, artillery fire, and guided anti-tank missiles during the exercise, with some troops from the global coalition against ISIS are participating. In December 2021, U.S. troops conducted joint armed exercises with the YPG terrorists in the desert. Previous training. The U.S. and France, which were part of the coalition against the terrorist group ISIS, has previously supported the YPG terrorists in Haskell and Deir east of the Euphrates River with various armed training and exercises. In Ha-Khalisi in the Mount of Abdulaziz and sports complex near U.S. base in the Omar oil field area in Deir ez-Zor have becoming a training areas. In the previous training, weapons deployment method of capturing positions determined by uncrewed aerial vehicles, the UAVs, from the ground, mortar attacks, artillery fire, airborne landing, and preventing attacks on bases were explained the terrorists in practice. In the sports complex of Haskell, which serves as a runway for U.S. helicopters, YPG terrorists also giving a practical airborne training. The French soldiers who were already acting under the auspices of the U.S. in Syria and giving artillery fire training to the YPG terrorists. Hence, the U.S. and the coalition forces leads the provided army training to the thousands of YPG terrorists since 2015. So yeah, I was just reading this article. United States and YPG doing a current carrying out a military exercise in East Syria, and then recently you've been having activity been going on over there over the Syrian border and between the IDF as well too. So you got current tensions with that as well too, and then you got this current situation is right here as well too. So you have it goes into the nations against nations.
I just feel really, really terrible. It's a huge, selfish mistake on my part.
At least he's apologizing.
I really believe if I was Yasmin, I would be out. Especially if I know myself, I will never be able to put this behind me. I will not know you that man until the end of time.
After what happened yesterday, I feel that I don't know you, who you are.
I just want a chance.
So I'm just waiting for it to load up. It's locking
You
for
just
the
want one woman, and you are committed, and that you're not this kind of sugar daddy. Tell me you're not. Say something.
He's not a sugar daddy. You're the perfect woman. And I really don't want to lose
about the
you because I'll
connection.
never find someone as
Bear
amazing
with
as
me
you ever.
momentarily. Yeah, and this is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation, right? Because we've been seeing the increase of the nation shall rise against nation in many different categories, from a verbal standpoint, from a financial standpoint, into a military option, if it's optional, standpoint as well too. And you've been seeing all these military exercise drills as well too throughout the whole year of 2021 and all the way into the year 2022. And these military drills is increasingly, which is part of the wars, rumors of wars increasingly, you have all these military exercise drills, with allies doing exercise drills,
It's hard to find love.
potentially preparing for something, for protection towards one another, and you've been seeing the increase of that, in kingdom against kingdom, and there should be earthquakes in diverse places. We've been seeing, the increase of that as well too, and we've been seeing the famines and the troubles, right? We're seeing the current troubles around the world, which biblical prophecy has been showing it, as we've been seeing it in the world today, currently. And it says, and these are beginning of sorrows, right? Because these are the beginning of sorrows of the things that we're, experiencing and seeing right before our eyes, of these prophecies are starting to come to pass. And the upcoming more prophecies are starting to come as well too. And then just like that military operation over there in Syria right now, that's biblical prophecy,
What makes DQ $6 meal deal for real? How about the Applewood to a bacon plus a Coca-Cola, fries, and a sundae, all full-sized, all for just $6.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. And we are definitely deeply living in the book of Joel 3, verse 9, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, which is the other nations outside of the nation of Israel. Prepare war, wake up the mighty man, right? We're starting to see that right now. Even though they're trying to find ways of trying to de-escalate current situations, even though they are going to find solutions of that. But when they, like the scripture says, when they shall say peace and safety and some discretion come upon them, you see tensions come and then it escalate, right back up, and it heats up, intensified back up once again, Just like I mentioned with these military operations of these nations exchanging war weaponry, anti-missiles, they are funding all this money in their militaries and everything like that. So, those are showing signs of, in the stages of process of, you know, in these groups, they say they're going against terrorists and defending their allies against terrorists, protecting their citizens against terrorists and stuff like that. Those are show signs of, they are getting prepared for war. And we're seeing increase of that. Sometimes tensions might calm down. They trying to get back into that peace and safety mode, and then tensions stir back up. And I'm going to read it again for edification's sake. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim me this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men come war drawing near. Let them come up, right? And I'm going to go to, let's see. Right. So expect to see more of an increase of preparations for imminent World War III, in many different categories, in many different areas around the world, like in the Middle East region of the nations arise against nations increasingly. You should hear wars and rumors of wars increasingly as well too. So, kind of expect to see these things to increase in the latter days that we are currently living in, So, that's all I wanted to bring out this regarding this article right here, about, United States and YPG carrying out military exercises East Syria. And then where you have the ongoing current situation between the IDF and the Syrian armies, government as well too. What happened a few days ago with the missile interceptions of stuff like that. So, and expect to see these certain type of situations occur, even though we so used to it and accustomed to it. But expect to see more of an increase of these things, of these joint military exercise drills, preparation for a potential war in case if it goes down. We are definitely in the stages, in the process of steps of a potential World War III is coming very soon, Just like the book of Revelations 11 and 14 say, the second war is past, behold, the third war coming quickly. And, we are living in those stages, in the process of that, And so with that, once again, I hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit of power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, of great millstone, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching his word truthfully, faithfully, and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.
Yeah.